Hey, joining us now on the MARR Army Rock Show, I have singer Del Dawn from the band Cole. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I started for a second there because usually the first thing I do is say where the band's from. And, like, you guys are kind of, are you from Redline, PA, or are you from Baltimore, or a combination of the two? Tell people about that.
It's a combination of the two. The band was actually started in Baltimore, Maryland with a different core group. And as the band progressed and evolved, we kind of moved northward because we were playing with the band Hailstorm a lot. And there was a lot of things going on in the York, PA area. So I moved up here. We picked up a drummer from the York Red Lion area. And then we basically started basing everything out of York. Everybody's here in York, Red Lion, Gettysburg kind of area. So technically we are a Baltimore-based band. We do a lot of shows in the Baltimore area. We do have a lot of support out of the Baltimore radio stations, and we also do a lot of stuff in PA, and we kind of are evolving more into a Pennsylvania band. So,
yeah, man, in that area, you know, we're based out of Lancaster. In that area, I talk about it all the time on this show, that York, Lancaster, Harrisburg triangle, man, is such a hotbed of rock and roll music. So kind of a good call moving up there, I think, for you guys.
Well, it's worked out well for a lot of bands. I mean, I don't know, a lot of your listeners may or may not know, Live is from this area, and we got a lot of information from Hailstorm and a lot of help from that group, and Lizzie and all of them are from this area. It's just a lot of things are coming up out of this area. And there's a lot of support, a lot of local support here in the Red Lion, York area. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody's looking to help out. So, I mean, it's a good area to work from.
Yeah, man. Now, the guys in Live have an amazing studio up there in York, Pennsylvania. So if you guys ever get the opportunity to do some recording in there. Hey, so you guys have, for folks who don't know yet, you've been around a little while. You got a full-length album out in 2008, an EP out in 2012 called Hear the Call. So are you working on new music now?
We are always working on new music. I mean, we write music every single day, but we're very, very particular about what we put on disc and put out. We don't just record every song. I mean, we are our own worst critics. I mean, we write songs, and before we go into the studio, we had 50 or 60 songs, and going into the studio on this disc, I think we kind of eliminated from 45, narrowed it down to about 12, and out of that 12, I think we actually wound up writing 2 more. So it'll be somewhere around a 10 or 14 song album, depending on what we actually, after we do the mixing and mastering, what all fits well together, what plays well on disc. So, I mean, once we get it all together, we'll actually record, mix, master everything. And then once all is said and done, if we still don't like or think a song fits well with the disc, we'll toss it. I mean, we'll put money into it, get it fully produced in the whole 9 yards. And if we don't like it, we'll toss it. So,
yeah, now, hey, we talked a little bit about the Baltimore music scene. You guys had a pretty cool show. It came to my attention because I wanted to come down to that hard rock show, and I couldn't make it, but that's a pretty cool gig down there. Tell us about those hard rock shows in Baltimore.
98 Rock in Baltimore, excuse me, not trying to plug another radio station on you.
Oh,
but,
no, you're cool, man. They're buddies of ours. It's all good.
They've been extremely supportive of this band from the beginning. And so with that support, in turn, what we've done is anytime they call us and say, hey, we're doing this, can you guys do it? We give them our time. And every year for the last, I don't know, probably close to 10 years or so, they've been doing this Rock the Dock thing where they're doing an outdoor show out on the docks at the Inner Harbor. And it's either supported, it was originally supported by the ESPN Zone in Baltimore, and now it's supported by the Hard Rock Cafe. And basically, we go down there, we play on the dock outside of the club, and they're fully PA'd and fully staffed, and we just pretty much bring our brand of rock and roll to Baltimore live and free. So, I mean, we promoted that for a while and got that out there and got people into it, and it was a great show. I mean, just an amazing night.
Those are great shows down there, man. For folks listening, if you're in the Baltimore area, you get a chance to go to one of those hard rock shows. They're always great. They have high-quality bands like the one we're talking to now there. Hey, man, so did I see that you were part of a USO tour at one point in time?
Yeah, this is actually a few years back. We we every year, I mean, we're huge. I'll start by saying we are very, very big supporters of the military. My father was military for 23 years, and we appreciate everything that the military does for our society, our country, and for other countries as well. And so in turn, one of the other things that we tend to do is try to support them. And the Armed Forces Entertainment Network, as well as the Naval Forces Entertainment, has a product that they put together called the Armed Forces Entertainment /USO Tour, where local bands or even national bands sign up and they can go out there and do tours for the troops across overseas, in Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, just wherever it is, Germany, France, wherever the military troops are, we can get out there and do shows with them. And it's not hard to get involved with them. It's just an application period, and they approve you or disapprove you, and then they basically pack you up and send you over there and let you play for the troops. So a few years ago, we signed up for that, and they approved us, and we were supposed to do 6 weeks in Europe, where we were going to be just playing for the troops and going around and doing our best. Actually, the sad part about it is we wound up getting moved because Hinder picked up on that tour.
Oh, wow.
Same year, and Hinder was like absolutely amazing. They did a great job and basically took our slot. But, you know, we sign up again and again every year, and you'll see on there that a lot of people do it. It's great.
Hey, man, that's awesome that you give back, man. Our motto here is changing the world through rock and roll, and that's exactly what you're doing through that approach. Hey, so I was thumbing through your bio, and I saw an interesting quote that you guys take an observational approach to writing lyrics. What do you mean by that?
Some people don't understand that words, when you're writing a song, one of the most important things is somebody's got to believe it. Somebody's got to feel it. Somebody's got to understand where it is you're coming from, or else, you know, it's not going to be around forever. You know, and not to say that we're trying to write music that's going to be around forever, but if you don't touch somebody with your words, if you don't strike a chord in somebody else's heart when you're saying something, it's not worth saying. So, I mean, we watch what's going on around us, and occasionally we'll write a song about, you know, what we see going on in the world, and we put it in such a way that it's not like we're not out there preaching about, you know, oh, this is the way you do things, or this is who you have to be, but at least we're putting out our perspective on those things, and when people get in their car and they hear the song come on, they can feel it. They understand. They know where we're coming from. One of the videos that we have on our website is for the song Better Men, and we wrote that when we got signed up on that USO tour. It's a song for the troops, and the video's on our website. It's also on YouTube. It's for the song Better Men, and it's just, there's a lot of very important things said in there about the way our troops are being treated over there and the way we need to, you know, support them and be, you know, in favor of, not necessarily the war. I'm not saying support the war. I don't have a war stance at all, but the people who are fighting that war are fighting it for us. You know, like it or not, you gotta take care of those people, and that's what that song is about. And, you know, people get into it and they hear it, and some people hear different things in it. There's something different in the song for everybody, and how you walk away from it is up to you. But, I mean, there's just a lot of things that we try to say to make sure that our lyrics come off, you know, respectable at least.
Hey, you mentioned that music video that people can go and check out. Did I read something that you guys are kind of thinking of working on another music video as we speak, sort of?
We are. We actually just finished a live video for the song Mad Cow. We did a show down in Baltimore at Rams Head Live, and that stadium is just absolutely amazing. And we shot a lot of footage down there to finish the video that's on our website for Mad Cow. And in conjunction with one of our new songs coming off on our new album, we are shooting footage right now for another video, and it's going to be kind of a combination of a concept video as well as a live video. It's going to be an interesting thing because, I mean, what I'm finding right now is YouTube has been the answer for getting people to see and hear your music. So the more videos you put out there, the more things you pass around, somebody's going to find something they like and pass it around, and that's kind of the way we're looking at it right now. Just get as much music out there as possible and get it out there on the internet through YouTube and Facebook pages and whatever, and try and get people into it.
Hey, now you guys got some pretty cool shows coming up. I want to mention two of them here. Let's talk first about August 21st about Tubby's, man, a place we've been to quite a few times. You're with our good buddies and Small Town Titans up there.
Small Town Titans has been a amazing. I mean, we did a show with them maybe a year ago, and ever since then, it's like we've been trading shows back and forth and doing things with them, and they're a great band. They are very, very supportive of the local scene, and they're helping out. You know, when they see a show that they need a band, they'll call us up, or if we're doing something, whether it's in Baltimore, because they're trying to move around and get out some. If we have something big coming up in Baltimore, we'll call them and just exchange shows, and that's the kind of support that I know we need in our local scene. Bands, I don't know how old your average fan or for your show is, but during the 90s, all the bands that came out of Seattle, the Alice in Chains, the Nirvana, the Soundgarden, all those bands supported each other. They worked together. I mean, they had so many mixed projects like Temple of the Dog and Mudhoney and things like that, Pearl Jam, all those bands. They work together to make that scene incredibly good. And one of the things that we're trying to get going here in the Lancaster, York, Pennsylvania, Baltimore area is more support for each other. Because the more we do for each other, the more people will be willing to do for us, is how I feel about it. You know, and the more we get out there and push local radio stations and push local radio shows and do for each other as bands, the more interested I think the radio record companies and labels and that kind of thing, because we'll come as a group. We're bringing you know, financial success as a group. It's not going to be just one band. We got 5 bands that we're going to showcase for you because they're all good. And that's Small Town Titans is a huge supporter of that. They're out there. They're doing their thing. If we come across a show that we need somebody, we call them. They come across a show that they need somebody, they call us. Rob Simon has also been a great supporter, and his band, Rob and Noel. It's just we're trying to build a community that works really well together.
Yeah, man, you couldn't find a better group of guys to do it with them, and they are a kick-ass band, by the way, as well. We love those guys. Now, hey, I want to mention one more show you guys got coming up, too, before I let you go here, and that is, and you're going back to Baltimore Soundstage. Tell me about the Pop Punk Alt Showcase.
Pop Punk Alt Showcase. We got an email probably maybe a month and a half ago from a guy, Brian Palsy, who puts together these showcases down in Baltimore at Baltimore Soundstage. In other words, another great room, big venue, very supportive club down there, and it's just another one of those situations where a lot of bands getting together and supporting each other. It's going to be, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 8 or 9 bands. You're getting 9 bands for $10.
Oh, wow.
We all get in there starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a Sunday afternoon. You know, it's going to be beautiful down there. It's right by the harbor. I think it's off of Marketplace, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to get down
right
there.
By, for those who know Rams Head, it's right next to Rams Head Live. You can walk to the Inner Harbor from there.
Yeah, and again, it's like 9 or 10 local bands. We're all out there pushing each other, promoting each other, and we start in the afternoon. We play, I think it goes until close to 9 or 10 o'clock, and everybody's going to get on stage, do their thing, help each other out, you know, and selling tickets and promoting each other. It's just all about the community again. One of those situations where you're just trying to do all you can to help each other out, and this is a great way to do it. And when Brian told us, asked us if we want to be involved, we were like, absolutely. You know, put us on the bill. We'll be there.
Well, hey, man, the name of the band is Cole, and I'm proud to say, from Redline, Pennsylvania, the backyard of the MARR Army Rock Show, you know, we cover bands all over the world, and time again, I keep ending up with Western Maryland and Southeastern Pennsylvania, and not just because we're located here, man. They're hotbeds of great music. But, hey, Dal, thank you so much for being here on the show. We're going to keep an eye on Cole and everything you guys are up to.
Thank you very much, man. We appreciate it, and we guys keep rocking on and doing what you're doing, man.